And now I'm only getting high cause I stay low. You took advantage, you know I can never say no. She wonder if I love her, but I never say so. I swear that shawty is a devil with a halo. I can't believe that you don't even see the problem. You got the puzzle pieces, but you never solve them. And don't bring up the things we said cause I forgot them. I hope you know this is my message in a bottle. Lately I've been wondering if it's all gonna fall. I thought you were the one when I was down I can call. What we had was solid but it all got dissolved. I thought it was between us but your friends got involved. You try to blame me but deep down you know you messed up. I give no fucks, I'm driving fast, I'm living reckless. Late at night you're on my mind, I'm feeling restless. The broken hearted in the soul is what you left us. Say you're alone, say you love me, know you lost me. Faded, faded. Now I'm only getting high cause I stay low. You took advantage, you know I can never say no. She wonder if I love her, but I never say so. I swear that shawty is a devil with a halo. I can't believe that you don't even see the problem. You got the puzzle pieces, but you never solve them. And don't bring up the things we said cause I forgot them. I hope you know this is my message in a bottle. I hope you know this is my message in a bottle.
Der Volkswagen Economy Service hat einen König. Echo den ersten. Hast ein Fahrzeug ab. Oh, ins Fach.
Ja, und so.
Everyone may not remember what it is. Go Post, a subscription box service that curates a bunch of wicked beer in a box every month for a set price of $45 only. Don't worry, it's free to sign up to check out and a sweet discount with my link down below. Plus, you can cancel at any time for free. Anyway. Enough talking, let's check it out.
Some of these boxes may not be available at the moment, but they're always featuring new ones every month. But the first one we've got is the Dock Box, with the main goal here being that you're paying $45, but you should get more in value back with their curated gear. With the Dock Box though, it's all about summer and being by the water. Starting off with these rain handmade sunglasses, which pretty much covers the bulk of the value. They're built tough with some clean gold lettering on the inside for some extra sophistication. It's a pair of sunglasses I can trust to throw around without having to be extra careful with it. But if If you do worry about taking care of your gear though, a thick wool-like sleeve is included, and the leather accent is a nice touch. With it inside, you'll have no problems with scratching or banging up your new sunglasses. There's a loop on the top to hang it off your bag or just to make it slightly easier to pull it out of your pocket. However, if carrying a bulky sleeve isn't your jam, there's also the Chum's rope retainer. Yes, it's kind of like the ones your grandpa uses, and well, it's just as rad. It kind of feels like a thick shoelace, with an adjusting knob to tighten or loosen on your head, and it's got these two rubber sleeves that you simply push the ends of your glasses into. And wabam! These are perfect if you plan on being active, as you'll never lose your glasses again. But you may lose a few friends if you do decide to wear it in public. Another one from Chums, this is the floating wallet and keychain. Made of a foam-filled neoprene. This will keep up to about 2.6 ounces worth floating. Basically about 5 keys worth. Now it ain't waterproof, so don't go throwing your earpods inside, but it will keep your credit cards from sinking to the bottom of the lake. The next one is EDC Gear Focused. One of the main reasons I love Bespoke Post as they focus on gear I actually enjoy using. This is the Deploy Box, which provides a full set of tools on a single keychain. The main collection coming from Iron and Glory, which alone already costs well over the value of the box itself, but it's a 6-piece toolkit starting with a stainless steel bottle opener with a mini pry at the end of it, then a dedicated pry for the tougher jobs that require some extra torque. My favorite, the mini lighter in a zinc alloy chrome plated body, sort of the perfect backup lighter you can always have on hand, as it twists shut and is waterproofed with an O-ring, a sort of funky carabiner that's built tough but also has dual slot options, and of course your solid Phillips head that is large enough you can get a solid handle on it, along with a dedicated flathead too. I'd argue the steel cable ring is a neat inclusion too, as it offers ease of removal but also adding other gear. Like another that's included in the box, the Counting Com Pico grappling hook. Yes, pretty much the same kind Batman uses, but much smaller. With the 3 spikes tightened in, you have a fully functioning hook you can attach a rope or a shoelace to hang something up or pick up gear lost in a deep crevice. When done, the spikes store into itself, and it's so small that you'll probably forget you even have it on you. Lastly, a very popular tweezer in the EDC community from Uncle Bill, this is the Silver Gripper Tweezer. Famous for its sharp pointed end, but also the tiny size that makes it lightweight and easy to take with you for the next time you need to pluck a toe hair on the go or something. We've all been there, no judgment. Plus, with the included carrying clip, it makes it easy to toss onto your keychain collection as well. This one is another summer-ready box. As you may have noticed, this video is a few months late, but nonetheless still relevant because summer will be back one day. And this bright box has you covered, like literally, with the Sun Pocket foldable sunglasses. I went with the blacked out model because it came with some wicked blue tinted lenses, but you get the drill. You fold it open and whoa bam, a full pair of sunglasses. The hinges feel solid even through my scientific shake tests, and the lenses are also shatter and scratch resistant with 100% UVA and UVA protection too. This model has extra flaps on the top and bottom of the lenses to provide slightly more coverage from light leaking through, but the real benefit is being able to do this. Fold it up and easily slide it into your pocket or bag without having to worry about damaging it in the process. Plus, the little soft microfiber baggie offers a little extra scratch resistance too. Next, for the party animals or people who like to drink out of small cups, this is the Mizu collapsible shot glass. Now once I figured out how to open it, it's made of all food grade stainless steel, and you just do this. Well bam. The metal rings hold into place and make an impromptu shot glass for when you're real thirsty on the go. But it's also just neat to pull this metal-like Oreo out and see if others can figure out how to use it too. Finally, for the hairy ones out there, this is the Bird Comb, spelt with a Y because it's cooler that way. A surf-inspired grooming company in collaboration with Future Fins. This is made of a composite material from a surf fin. It's kind of flexible and a little soft, but it's meant to flow through your hair like the breeze of an ocean. Plus, if you can't surf, this is going to be the closest thing you have to a cowabunga moment. But that's the Bright Box, which ensures you look good and stay hydrated. Next up, the Sprint Box. Much bigger than the rest, but always a good sign. Great for working out, running, or just anyone that's active in any way. This box has the gear to get you warmed up and ready to get moving. Starting off with the Brazen Mobility Strap. If you've ever pulled a muscle, you'll understand the need to stretch properly before and after your workout, especially in this position. Brazen is founded by former NFL athlete Nate Lowry, and I've used their products in the past and have no complaints, especially when it comes to build quality. It's made of a thick nylon strap that consists of a hand
Das ist die schöne neue Umgehungsstraße von Bensasil. Beim Bau der Straße hat die Gemeinde allerdings eine Kleinigkeit übersehen. Die Straße wurde mitten in ein Vogelschutzgebiet gebaut.
Wir stehen hier an einer wirklich illegal gebauten Straße. Man kann sagen, ein multiples Versagen von Verwaltung und Politik, die hier eine Straße genehmigt und gebaut haben in einem europäischen Vogelschutzgebiet.
Aber Esens Bensasil wollte die Umgehungsstraße unbedingt, damit im Ort nicht so viel Verkehr ist. Gut, auf der Umgehungsstraße ist auch nicht viel los. Jedenfalls hat man sich im Rathaus Esens gedacht, hier ist zwar ein Vogelschutzgebiet, in dem eigentlich nichts gebaut werden darf, aber vielleicht merkt's ja keiner. Die Straße bauen wir einfach trotzdem.
Das ist ja ein Ding, ne?
Ja, unverschämt.
Ich komme von Spiekeroog und da ist Schutzgebiet, also gibt's das nicht.
Ich finde, sowas kann man doch nicht machen, wenn das nicht ordentlich genehmigt ist. Kann man das doch nicht bauen.
Doch, kann man. Und dann stellt das Bundesverwaltungsgericht ganz überraschend fest, der Bebauungsplan war von Anfang an wegen Verstoßes gegen die Vogelschutzrichtlinie unwirksam. Das heißt, die neue Straße ist
Zweifellos ein Schwarzbau. Man sagt, der längste Schwarzbau der Republik.
Da hat man im Rathaus eine fickelinsche Idee. Das Vogelschutzgebiet wird einfach neu abgegrenzt und die Straße quasi aus dem Schutzstatus herausgesägt. Genial.
Auch hier wird wieder aus allen Rohren getrickst, um die Straße legal zu machen.
Diesen tollen Trick wollte uns der Bürgermeister eigentlich erläutern. Leider ist er krank geworden. Wenn allerdings der Legalisierungstrick vor Gericht für illegal erklärt wird, muss die neue Straße leider abgerissen werden.
Ja, das wäre ja ein Ding, ne?
Jo, dann müsste die 9-Millionen-Straße mal eben wieder weggefräst werden für 4 Millionen. Macht insgesamt 13 Millionen Euro für ein ruiniertes Vogelschutzgebiet und einen ruinierten Haushalt. Schöne Aussichten für Esens Bensasil.
Battle with a machine.
What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today I've got a video of what is in my travel bag. So these are items that I take as kind of like my essentials when I'm traveling, whether it comes to tech and just some other items. And being a tech YouTuber, you might notice that there is a little bit more tech than you might need. But here are just the items that I bring when I'm traveling around, because in the past year, I've been on around 100 flights flying to like Europe, Asia, US, and stuff like that. So I've tried to optimize my pack as well as possible and try to keep things nice and light, even though most of the time it doesn't seem to end up that way. But if you guys have any suggestions for what I should bring when I travel, or some of the hacks that you might have, I'd love to hear them down in the comment section below, and make sure you remember to drop a like on this video. So a lot of times I might switch between different backpacks, whether it's like a larger nylon one or one for more of like a compact pack like this one. And in some cases also a camera bag as well if we're trying to bring like a ton of camera gear instead of checking it on the plane. So just for starters, the main compartment here has like the larger products, and the main piece that I use for like a computer that I take on the go is the MacBook Pro 13-inch with Touch Bar. This MacBook...
No. Wenn jemand Idee hat, was man angucken soll, einfach in den Chat schreiben.
It's a quad-core i7 processor as well as 16 gigs of RAM, and when it comes to doing like general video editing like 1080p or even a little bit of 4K, it's able to handle just fine. But especially if you start to do like longer projects, it might struggle a little bit, and that's when I choose to bring the 15-inch, which has more capability on the graphics side. So as someone who captures a lot of content while I'm traveling, whether it is photo and video on a lot of memory cards that need to be backed up so I can wipe them, a great tool is to have a nice...
Ja, sieht man doch, nur wenn ich habe halt keine 2 Monitore.
SSD that is also nice and portable, and this one right here is from Rav Power, and it has either a 512 or 1 terabyte storage capacity. Because it is a solid state drive, it is super fast at up to 540 megabytes per second, but I think the best part about it is just how small it is, and it also has a nice metal enclosure to keep it protected with all your data in it. This is one where a lot of times I might have like 2 or 3 of them laying around and just grab and go and just either have like video project files or just general backups on these small little cards. I do have a lot of different types of SSDs, and some of which are very nice to use, but the biggest commonality between them is that they are much larger than this. So considering this can carry up to 1 terabyte just in your pocket and how small it is awesome. And if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, I've got a discount code for you to get it for $149, or also the 512 gig model for just $69.99. The next most important piece of tech, in my opinion, aside from the smartphone, is something to listen to music to, whether you're on a flight or just walking around the airport and got a nice little delay like I'm pretty used to. And these are the Apple AirPods Pro, which finally have active noise cancellation and improved sound quality. So these right here now have silicone ear tips, which give you a nice seal, and you can control the noise isolation from your smartphone, whether it is noise canceling, off, or transparent mode, which allows you to listen to like the airport announcements and stuff around you. The battery life is up to 5 hours, which is great for longer flights. You can get easily through like a relatively long flight or halfway through another. And with just 5 minutes of charge in the case, you can get an hour of listening. And within the case itself, you have 24 hours of charge. But the active noise cancellation is the biggest reason why I can recommend this for travel, because previously, even though the Apple AirPods were ones that I took when I traveled, on the flight, for example, if you're listening to like a movie or where there's dialogue, you really do have troubles listening to what they're saying because there's no seal whatsoever. So another pair of headphones that I also like to take around with me on certain trips is a little bit larger, but it definitely is worth it when needed, is the Bose QC35-2s. And these are also active noise canceling, but I believe it does a much better job than the Apple AirPods. And it's not anything against the Apple AirPods, they're great as well, but they're very tiny and not as kind of intrusive as these are, but these literally block out every bit of sound that you might want it to, and that is especially handy on flights. So if I've got like a 4 or 5 hour flight, I won't even bother, but if I've got like an overseas flight, I will definitely take these with me because I can just put them on, isolate all the sound, and just go to sleep and wake up when I land. And these right here are just very light, they're comfortable, the ear cups don't get too hot, so you can wear them for many, many hours. And the sound quality is pretty decent for a pair of noise cancelling headphones. But I just like the fact that they look good, they're very flexible, and this one right here is actually from my friends over at Colorware, so you can customize the color on the trim as well as the sides and the ear cups to like a glossy or matte finish. So if you want to go for like a bright red, bright yellow, or something that matches your team or a color that you love, you can do that. But if you also just want to have something that's nice and subtle and uniform and a little bit more low-key, then this is one right here where I've just kind of customized the gold trim on the edge. They fold completely flat, have up to 20 hours of battery, which lasts multiple trips, and you can also put them in the carry case that are included, which makes it nice and easy to carry around. So the next piece of tech that is also an essential piece of travel, in my opinion, is the iPad Pro, or any iPad that they make right now, because many of which are cheaper and get the job done exactly the same way as this one. But the one that I have right here is the iPad Pro, and it travels on any trip, whether it is a short flight or a long flight, because it is good for many different things. It is especially good for multimedia, and it doesn't take up too much space on the tray table, but you can also do like emails, photo editing, and stuff like that. And you can also use the Apple Pencil to make the most of it. But just as a general multimedia machine, I love to use this, so I find myself using this at the airport, on the plane.
Ich hätte voll vergessen, die Kamera umzustellen. War mein Fehler.
When I land and try to do some actual work, I'll use my MacBook for that. The battery life is quite impressive, and I find it lasting like a couple trips, and I also think the display looks really good, and overall it's just an all-in-one productivity tool, but I just don't think it is exactly ready to replace the computer just yet. Another piece of tech that you also never want to forget is a charger, and I find myself losing these all the time, but this right here is just like a 4 power brick from Anker, and it has 4 ports on the back that give you nice fast charge and just have like different cables such as USB Type-C, micro USB for camera equipment, as well as the lightning cable. And also having the appropriate adapters is very important because in the past I've like forgot to buy it until I landed, and I actually had a lot of trouble finding chargers elsewhere. The next piece of tech, though, is the Apple iPhone 11 Pro, and this is currently my daily driver smartphone. And it doesn't really relate to travel, but it is the phone that is kind of the main hub for everything. It's got my boarding passes on it, as well as all of the airline apps right here. And this one right now lasts me an entire day in terms of battery life, whereas the previous generation iPhone I found was like dying halfway through the day, and I'd have to use like a battery pack and stuff. So with the iPhone 11 Pro, I don't actually bring a portable charger anymore because my new luggage, the away bag, actually has one built in, which is very, very handy. If you're someone who loves to document your travels for your friends and family, for example, like myself, or look back at it as a memory or show to you guys, then a great creative editing tool that makes it fast and easy to edit videos and add a travel touch to it is Motion VFX's M-Travel and M-Travel 2 plugin pack. These two packs together give you over 100 travel-themed elements that are all drag and drop, fully customizable to enhance your travel film and make it your own. These include compositions such as pointing parts of maps, plane animations, clouds, weather, as well as cruises and maps, and there is also lower thirds to allow you to describe the location and products, as well as different titles as well. These titles are all great for introducing a location, showing an itinerary or a travel route and activities in a very visually appealing manner. There's also some pretty cool transitions, and these all kind of come together to make it easy to tell a story of your trip to everyone who is watching. So anyone can just go ahead and drop these over a clip and customize them exactly the way you would like. If you guys want to go ahead and check out M-Travel as well as M-Travel 2 from Motion VFX, as well as all their other great tools for Final Cut that make it very easy to storytell, I'm going to drop a link to them down below, and a huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. So now that we've covered a lot of the tech items that I currently bring, now on to like some of the little things and bits and pieces that might live in the front compartment of the bag. So right here we've got the passport, of course, you never want to forget that. And the next thing we have is a set of shoe cleaners. So a lot of times you might get off a plane and have to go to a meeting and you have like some dirty shoes. And even though I don't clean my shoes that often, having like a set of Jason Mark wipes that you can whip out right away and clean up the shoes, it does a very good job. And I think it's just like something that is nice and small to have in the front compartment. Another very essential piece is an eye mask, and a lot of times you're sitting next to someone on the plane, and even though it's like a midnight flight or a red eye, they decide to turn on that reading light, and it's just super annoying. So having like an eye mask like this, just put this on with a pair of noise canceling headphones, you zone out, get your rest, and even though it's like something that's like 50 cents, or even like an airline might just give you for free, it is something that you just want to take on every single trip in your travel bag. Another thing that I've also been bringing around recently in my backpack, because I do have a lot of delayed flights or sometimes where you have to like stay overnight somewhere because of a missed flight, is a toiletry case. And the toughest part is being able to narrow down your pack to things that you need in order to take them on the flight without getting them confiscated by TSA. So this right here is a leather Dangerfield pouch, and it is very nice. You've got two zippers on the top, and the quality of the material and everything is what I'm a huge fan of. So one of the things that I might have in here is like an electric toothbrush from Bruges. A huge thanks to my friend Bradley for this. And if you're wondering why I have a white case for the black one, it's because I lost the white toothbrush and I lost the black case. So there you go, you've got a very nice portable setup, and this is one of the most portable electric toothbrushes that I've seen. So this fits right into the pouch right here, and some of the other things are just like general like stuff that you steal from hotels, shampoo and stuff you can shower at the airport, which I think is like the ultimate luxury. But here's like the Aesop travel pack, and just all these things can pop right into here.
Keine Ahnung, warum das gespannt ist. Ja. Oh, das bin ich selbst schämen, Zuschauer. Keine Ahnung.